It's a poem for Terry Provost. It's called Peace on Earth, Give Peace a Chance. I wrote it in response to hearing a news report that an attorney wearing a t-shirt with that on it was asked to take it off, and when he refused, the security officers escorted him out of the shopping mall.
Damn shopping mall.
You'd have thought he pulled a Lenny Bruce move back in the 50s. Told somebody in that airport to fuck their mother. That he mooned every nun, priest, preacher, minister, seriously religious person in the place. That peace is the kind of word we don't tolerate in America. Land of the air so free, we won't be able to breathe in a few years. Maybe the cops who asked him to strip the insult from his back would rather have peace on Mars. Maybe a directive came down from the top of the dunce cap to search high and low for anyone moving through an airport without a gun, knife, plastic explosive, small vial of biochemical warfare, to be strip searched, given an enema, and forced to write, whatever you do, don't give peace a chance, 1,000 times on the walls of every subway station.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We need subways in Cleveland.
Yes. Nice girls don't touch their own genitals. They get up each morning, dressed in fatigues with the crotch cut out, put on their I want to caress myself combat boots, climb out on the roofs of their houses, apartments, and or dorms with a recent copy of The Iron Maid of the Stone Vagina and play to Annie DeFranco, Queen Latifah, Aretha Franklin's R-E-S-P-E-C-T, Eve. They end with a little Gladys Knight. Take their rainy night in Georgia, but oh so happy genitals back inside, ready for another day. Can I hear it for Masturbation? Yay! Yes. Can you imagine going 5 years without a kiss? Each mouth an open prayer. Lips, tongues, teeth their own flavor. And I'm the chemist probing the right mixture. Long walks down crowded streets find me stumbling into people. Men with perfectly heart-shaped mouths, hungry for lipstick purse, when they notice me licking mine, tongue in cheek. Women with mouths they've forgotten, chew gum and blow into the universe. Stop in the middle of the street to pull mirrors from jeans pockets. Mine is the hand that unconsciously reaches out to help, to ask for a hug, to beg for the beginning. Every mouth its own love language, lust's first cousin, mouthwash, toothpicks, tools of the trade. Suddenly a man on the corner breaks into Hamlet, contemplating suicide, the handkerchief in Othello, Iago's unkissed mouth whispering poison. I'm the last one to stop and listen. He notices me like a drunk man notices his empty glass, gives a wink, grabs me gently in his arms, bends my body back like a C, but the kiss never comes.
Ooh. Ooh.
There is a white motherfucker selling the moon. For real. This is called Moon Story. Today I watched a documentary about the moon and how man since his first giant step has been scheming and talking about turning it with all its marvelous myth into a strip mine. Hulk, a smiling white man in a small office lined in green with a map of the moon at its center, looks into the camera with a propaganda honest smile and explains how since no one really has a stake in the land, and he's been there once as an astronaut, and he's been there once as an astronaut, and he's been there once as an astronaut. He's been steadily selling plots on the moon for years to actors, former presidents, and others who believe in its potential, the rights to the land forever. His bank account from the sales, $9 million and rising. Someone behind the camera asked, "What is your method for deciding which plots to sell when?" And he puts down his pen, closes his eyes, and points. "Wherever my finger lands, that's what I sell." He says, and I, sitting on the edge of my bed in a Chicago hotel room, mouth wide in amazement, feel myself lose the moon as a metaphor.
Can I say something about the moon real quick? All right, so let's just say, for example, like all the human life on Earth gets wiped out, not a trace of civilization left. And later, somebody, some intergalactic being comes to investigate. The only trace of life left will be the plaque bearing Richard Milhouse Nixon's name on the moon.
Damn! Poetry reading is over!
Shit. I shit you not.
This is a poem that was inspired by the Virginia Tech tragedy. And once I got over the horror of all of the people who died, I thought to myself, what happened to Cho Seung Hui on that campus? And this is a poem called Hui, H-U-I. Young man far away from home, the South Korea, Virginia a foreign land, language landmines. His name a question mark, the silence of invisible. I hear him say, "You have vandalized my art." Hear his beat across state, planet, time, life's skin on the margins. He enters my space and fills me with more sorrow for madness and makes it break out like an alarm. The harm of not paying attention, of hundreds of ears all tuned in on one frequency, of not meaning to make a young man's life a joke, but laughing anyway, of being remembered like a monster in a mirror cracked without looking. The sound of pain arming itself, bullets as rain, of chain-locked doors that stopped even the innocent from running outside. When horrible stuff like this happens, the body count always excludes the person who kills and commits suicide as if they're not really dead. On to a lighter note, Menopause the musical. I hear nursery rhymes in the middle of flashes, hot as a lit big lighter. My body the Cuyahoga River, my hair graying in places I shouldn't have hair. There are songs for each era of my life, and they are the music in the doctor's office. As she tells me, surprise, I'm older. Surprise, I have a place in my breast. Surprise, there could be cancer. Riding home, I cried for younger me. Listen to Miles Davis's My Funny Valentine. Recall when Valentines were penny cards, candy hearts, and funny. I had the pleasure of working with a young woman a few months ago who was a senior in high school, And this is a poem about her dad. Trans G. I see the woman in you. Your eyes, diamonds, in ears that listen to me say, hi. Send secret messages. I notice poked out nipples, a new way to your walk. Red shoes, not blue. Blues is yesterday, a hole in your hole. Sneaking around to walk on your toes. Your daughter knows and hugs her, hello. Others suppose, but can't wear your clothes. A couple of haiku and two more. Mama's not speaking to me, but I hear her voice when I do. Styrofoam. Dogs walk in woods sans owners. Won't even take a pee on it. River lay on her back, an unwilling prostitute. Pollution her pimp. Xbox stolen, bond broken between dad and child. Damn, eviction time. Yeah, thank you. Homelessness wears day glow clothes, holes, eyes that reach out and pull you in like a stray animal on a blizzard winter night. The fright of the chance it will happen to you. No place to lay his head, he sleeps with rats. Raccoons scratch at his edges. Night enters his bones. Deposits cold in places blood won't go. Homelessness hears no, 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 no. Every day like the chimes in a church tower. It becomes his music of the street, his death on crack. Children put his walk in crunk moves that mix Africa with despair. The song different colors of happen. The dance funk to the nth degree. Homelessness never takes a holiday. Times when people rush out of the woodwork like roaches when the exterminator sprays. To lend a helping hand, serving food they don't eat too. He appreciates the effort, smiles, reaches out for a shake, a hug, the smell of love hovering over the day. Homelessness knows the way to the shelters in the city, but there's not enough room. So he takes a bride and hides under a bridge, beside a walkway no one walks that has a ride. Suicide note. There is no flash. Transition shorter than the space between a stanza. A map away from the rush appears. Wore favorite clothes, unwashed jeans, Motown t-shirt, bare feet. The end was like making love. Saw stars, breathed hard, relaxed. Thank you.